In this episode, we'll talk about introspection feature of Ruby. Introspection is like a meditation. You ask questions to yourself. You try to know yourself. You'll have more information about yourself. In many programming languages, language constructs behave more like ghosts than fleshed out citizens. You can see them in your source code, but they disappear before the program runs. Take C++ for example. Once the compiler has finished its job, things like variables, methods, classes, and all lost their concreteness. They are just locations in memory. If you have ever converted C codes to assembly language, then you would have known how you never see mention to identifiers you have written in C. You can't ask a class for its instance methods because by the time you ask the question, the class has already faded away. In other languages, however, such as Ruby, runtime looks more like a busy market. Most language constructs are still there, buzzing all around. You can even walk up to a construct and ask it questions about itself. Hey, what's your name? What kind of messages do you respond to? Who is your parent? This is called introspection. We'll use IRB to ask questions to our runtime by intercepting the execution. Okay then, let's do some introspection and get our hands dirty. We'll create a file called introspection.rb. Let's create a class called board. We initialize it with text. This object will just display some text in the standard out. Now let's create an object from the board class. Now we'll use IRB to intercept the execution to ask questions to object in the runtime. We can also use Prism to do the job. In fact, it's more convenient. Let's use it then. Require the Prism and let's start trying. Save the file and execute. Now we can see the execution has frozen in line number 14. Now we can check if the objects are available in the runtime. Yeah, it's available, and we can ask some meta questions to the object in the runtime, like who is your parent? It's a board. We can even ask the parents of its parents. It means the grandparents of the board object. Ancestors, so we can see the ancestor chain of the object. So basically the board class is inherited from the object class and so on. So on the top of the chain there is basic object. So in Ruby everything is object and even classes are object. Also we can ask the instance methods. The false indicate or directs the Ruby to only return the instance method we've defined in the class above. Otherwise it will display all the methods it inherited from its parents as well. So let's see if there is an instance variable defined. Yeah, we defined the instance variable text. Now we can see it. This is a basic overview of introspection in Ruby. There are a lot of questions you can ask to an object in Ruby. You can see the list of methods an object responds to, and some of them are related to metaprogramming. This is it. Okay, see you in next episode.